the possibility that dreams from long ago may still come true, even if they look lost forever.
What's good, y'all? Ayezo back with another video. Hope y'all doing well out there. So today I'm coming at y'all with something a little bit different. Came across this Reddit post. It's actually going up on Reddit right now. And it's about a dude talking about how he lost out on his dream job because of his marijuana addiction. I'm going to read through it and share it with y'all because I never know who need to hear these type of stories. I know when I was smoking gas a lot, stories like this could have helped me snap out of my addiction sooner. So yeah, I'm going to share it because I never know who need to hear this type of things. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. It's titled Lost Out on My Dream Job Because of Marijuana Addiction. It starts off, I am a marijuana addict. And I'm going to put it on the screen too so y'all can read it too if y'all want to read it with me. It says, I am a marijuana addict who fell off the wagon this summer after getting laid off from my job. As addictions tend to go, I picked up right where I left off a year before and was vaping a ton for 5 months. I stopped just before I heard back in early September from a company I've been dying to work for, and I ended up getting offered my dream job. While I live in a state where marijuana is decriminalized and legal for recreation, the company still tests for weed because it takes federal contracts. Despite not having smoked for more than a month, I tested positive for marijuana and lost out on the job. I'm devastated. I'm gonna get my thoughts and I'm gonna just carry on to the next paragraph. That's what y'all gotta understand, bro. Even though weed is decriminalized in a lot of states, bro, a lot of jobs are still gonna test you for marijuana. So, I know plenty of people who are avoiding jobs, and I was one of them. That's why I'm even making this video, because I'm guilty of it. A lot of jobs I did not want to apply for because I did not want to stop smoking weed. I prioritized smoking weed over a job or a career or opportunity. And even that was back in 2012 up until 2019. But even now in 2025, where weed is way more legal, way more accepted than it was back then, it's still a roadblock for a lot of people to get jobs. Y'all think just because it's legal, like jobs ain't gonna test for it. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a good job, they still want to make sure you ain't on drugs. So yeah, as y'all can see, dude said he stopped right before he got the job offer, or they reached out to him, and it wasn't soon enough. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't soon enough. Still tested positive for gas. So y'all comment down below, have I ever lost out on an opportunity or a job because of smoking weed? I was talking to one of my coworkers about this like last week. We was talking about, have we ever got fired from jobs? And the first thing that came to my mind is the one that I lost, a good construction job at the time, benefits, a lot of overtime. And I got the job. I stopped smoking weed so I could pass a drug test. I got the job. Then as soon as I got the job, I started smoking again because I felt like I just took a drug test. Why would they test me again, right? That's what we all would think. But they end up random drug testing me probably like 3 weeks later, and at this time I'm still smoking a lot and stuff. So at this time my urine is dirty, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? I failed a drug test. I'm fired immediately. I lose out on the job, lose out on the opportunity to grow with that company. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely been there where weed has affected me from applying to jobs, and where it affected me where I already had a job, and they do randoms or whatever, and I end up losing a job. So y'all got any stories like that down below, comment down below. But yeah, let's continue on. He says, let this be a warning. I turned 40 this year. I began recovery 7 years ago and have had 3 relapses now. This is the first time I've faced major consequences. I am resolved to learn from this mistake and grow from it. I know rationally that I should not be too hard on myself, but I need to take responsibility for my actions, even though my actions may have hijacked my addiction. Even though my actions may have been hijacked by my addiction. Okay, luckily I have a great support system. My wife, my family, my friends are helping me see that life moves on and things will be fine in long term. But boy, this sucks. I lost out on my dream job because I couldn't stop using Mary J. marijuana. I feel like the other shoe has finally dropped. And that's what it takes sometimes. Missing out on an opportunity or something going completely left for you to snap out of whatever it is. Don't gotta be no marijuana addiction, but for you to just make a change. Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom or face a very uncomfortable, unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? For you to be like, this ain't worth it. Something gotta change. And shout out to him for taking responsibility and being accountable for you know, where he was taking his life and where it led him to, you know, missing out on opportunity. And y'all know a lot of people would just blame the job, like, oh, they shouldn't be drug testing anyway. I'ma still smoke weed. But he sounds like, you know, he learned from it and he going to, you know, do better. It really affected him. Like he said, the consequences are what really affected him and made him like wake up. So he also mentioned he got a good support system, which I talked to y'all about in like a couple videos back. I was telling y'all about how you don't got to do this alone. You know, if you do want to stop smoking gas, you know, you got marijuana addiction, you got my channel, it's a bunch of groups on Discord, on Reddit. Like this group right here is called Leaves. I always recommended this to y'all over the years, this group called Leaves. I used to be a moderator in it, but I guess I was MIA for too long, so they kind of like, you know, demoted me, but it is what it is. I don't really care. I wasn't really in it for nothing really. It just added me because I was, I guess, adding good value. But yeah, I definitely encourage y'all to find a good support system, like I said, whether it's family, friends, you know, if you got a spouse, that'd be great. Go to church, you know what I'm saying? I've been, like, y'all know I got married last year, right? And as I've been talking to more people who've been married for decades and decades, they're telling me how, you know, church has been the church people, that the church that they go to and the people involved inside the church, those are people who are there for them during their hard times, whether it's marriage or addiction or job loss, family loss, grief, etc. You know, the hardest times in life, you know, they always had that support system from that church. And this is something that I'm learning, just sharing with y'all. Y'all can take it or not take it, but something I'm learning how much, I don't know, church community can be helpful. I didn't really understand that when I was younger, but, you know, I'm getting older now. And with marriage, we believe, you know, it ain't gonna work without God. So with God, you get closer to church. Even though I haven't been going to church, I ain't been to get on here and cap to y'all. I haven't been to church in a while, but I listen to a lot of people who've been married and they talk about how church has helped them and been there for them. Just rambling off. But yeah, he said he got a great support system, so that's what made me think about that. If y'all struggling to quit some addiction, marijuana, anything, you know what I'm saying, or going through any hard time, you know, church can be a great support system if you ain't got that family or friends or a spouse, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I want to share this with y'all, bro. Like I said, comment down below if y'all ever missed out on any job opportunity because of gas, you know, whether it's not applying to jobs or a career, or you know, whether it's making you distracted from going to school or doing whatever you got to do, or you already got the job and you lose it because you was off the gas like me, you know what I'm saying? So y'all comment if y'all got any stories like that down below. And oh yeah, I'm gonna read through a few comments because it's important. We fall. Somebody said we fall and we get back up again. Sorry to hear about this. You are still worthy of great things. Somebody said remind yourself that you are not a failure and your best is good enough. Sending you a fist bump, dude. Many good things coming your way. Somebody said I lost a really chill job because the weed pen eventually made me maniac. I don't know what he's talking about. So y'all, as y'all can see, like a lot of people being supportive, and that's why I just reiterated how important it is to have a good support system when you're going through some down part of your life, something you're struggling with. It's good to have a good support system, because y'all see all these people encouraging him to get back up and, you know what I'm saying, learn from it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to share for y'all, man. Y'all got any other videos y'all want me to touch on topics y'all want me to touch on, just comment down below. Just want to share this story with y'all, spread some positivity, some encouragement, some motivation like usual. Other than that though, y'all enjoy y'all day out there. Subscribe if you're new. I'm holler at y'all on the next one, man. Peace out.